We're here. Ooh, we are. We're here. Let's get this. Let's get this going. Wow, another amazing day, and I am. I'm Perkies Pocket. Today, I have. I have some drawing to do, and I have one of these finished results. So, I have these containers, and that is filled with sand. So, I took the time to draw a little bit of everything on this one. It has it has some plants, it has a river, and then it has a tree. And this is what it looks like. This is what it's supposed to come out and look like. So that is finito. This is just the beginning. And so this is just a water bottle. It did have water in it at some point, so it is no longer a water bottle. It will turn into, in the end, a useful product that has continuous use. But with that, I have to get this. I have to get this label off because it's no longer needed. Absolutely no longer, because I will draw something different ultimately. And once I get this off, you'll see that there is they put these words on it. It says cloud inspired distillation. It says things are looking up. See? Things are looking up. You know what that means though? It means somebody took the time to tell me something that I didn't know. And I'm okay with that. Absolutely. So we're just going to go ahead. We're just going to get started because we're going to draw. And it should only take us about, I'd say 40 minutes. And in this 40 minutes, I guess I'll just tell you what I was thinking and tell you about what's happening because I am outside at this point. And because I'm outside, the sun's out and I actually get fresh air. And I thought about that because if I'm inside, it's not as fresh as you think it is. It's not it's not fresh. So I will I'll make something that is conducive to this water bottle. And sometimes I like to draw scenes of, animals, some type of some type of animal. And when I actually claim that it's an animal, I really have to do my best to make sure that it looks just like that. Because if not, you'll tell yourself, this doesn't look like it at all. And then you'll run away because your brain is frightened at that point. You're really scared. That's what happens. So I'm this far, and I just made a few dots. Can you see that? The difference there? So let's just uh, let's just say that if I told you it was a monster, I would have to go into great details of what this monster would be doing. And why would I create a monster? Your brain is not familiar with that. So I had to be very careful in the words that I described. Because if not, your brain will always tell you that this guy was drawing monsters. And I don't like that. I'm afraid of monsters. So I'm just going to draw like some type of hill with these dots that I'm creating. Because ultimately, that's all they are. They're just a part of my mind. And this is the way that our brain can function and understand exactly what it is that I'm trying to create. So I don't want to scare you. I want you to be lulled by what it is that I'm creating. If not, well, that's not my job. My job is to make sure that you are comfortable in what it is that you're seeing. So, very simple, very easy, and even some parts of nostalgia as well. Because I believe this is great conversation for myself, for the future, and a part of something that I did. Because today, what's today? Today is the 25th of April. And because today is the 25th of April, I decided to do something different. Do something that I usually don't do. And so that's easy enough for me to do. I love different days, and I love the fact that days are what they say they are. When I create them, it's whatever that is. So let's just talk about what's happening outside as well, because I thought today was going to be like such a cold day, and at this point, it's not. It's a rather warm feeling for an experience today, for sure. Draft King? You said gay? Uh, you don't have to share that with me, bro. I'm not really focused on your sexual preferences. You can keep that out of the chat. Maybe you should share that with your partner, your homosexuality as well. So we're gonna keep going, knowing that Draft King is a homosexual. And guess what? You put it in the chat, bro. You got all areas of your life that you could be as complex as you need, but not everybody needs to hear it, bro. So let's uh let's keep this moving. And it's really bright out too. It feels like it's about to catch some fire. So this is how far I've done this on this water bottle. So and we're just gonna make some hills or sort of some type of some type of mantle. And on this mantle, I'm guessing it's like part of land. Yeah. So I'm just gonna start drawing a tree as well, cause that'd be cool. Be cool for some type of, I don't know, something that will live in this container, cause that's what I'm gonna put inside it. I'm gonna put something that's going to live inside this container, and on the outside will describe what it is that, yeah, that I put inside it in such a way that you'll understand it for sure. So it looks like it's gonna be some type of, yeah, some type of tree. So we'll just start out with that. That's easy enough for your brain to figure out because I don't want this to be complicated. If it's too complicated, you know, you'll be somewhere else because this is not a part of your day. And I want it to be a part of your day. I want this to be some influential type of experience. And that's the best that I can do. And at this point, I mean, all I'm doing is freehand drawing. And if you don't know what freehand drawing, it basically is just collectively knowing something that you're good at doing and you can do it without tracing or another example, and that's what I like to do. And I can do that with anything because I've seen as many things as I can draw, if that makes sense. So we're just gonna put we're just gonna put like something right there and put that there. Yeah, we're gonna put that right there. Okay, it's weird. My legs are being assaulted by the sun right now because I expected it to be cooler. I really expected it to be cooler, but it's cool. We will live ultimately, except for if I get ink on my hands. That's a whole different story. That's a whole different. But yeah, so that's the heat today. Ah, dang, it's getting me good. All right, so let's make this a tree that I don't know, because most of the time, like I look at these things and I say, why do they exist? And the fact that they've already been here is even crazier. So they're just gonna keep going. So I'm just gonna keep drawing them as if they're always gonna be here. Some uh, some type of tree. I like trees. I think trees are good. I think they hold so much more power. I mean, just like we do. We hold a large amount of power for sure, for sure. So that's what I did. See, it's a tree. It's simple. And just like I said, I don't want it to be like I don't want it to be that far out there where you can't understand it because your brain will tell you something different. If you look at it the first time, like if you look at this, you'd be like, I don't understand it. But once I feel it, once it's filled, it's a whole different ball game. So it's a different extension, and it's just filled with sand. And I like that sound. So, and it's just a small keepsake. Ooh, what is that inside? What the heck is that? I don't know what that's inside, but it's now inside here. Okay. But yeah, this is a finished piece, so something small. Something small. And so, moving on, I'm just gonna finish up with this smaller tree here, and we're gonna make this as quick as possible. Cause I said what, like 30 minutes? It would take me 30 minutes to finish this. Real simple and easy. Cause I don't want to waste time. Which I was expressed today that somebody felt like they were wasting their time, and I said, well, there is no time. There's no such thing as a time because I could have did this yesterday, right? I could have did this yesterday, but how would you know? How would you ever know? You don't, because you weren't here for whatever that time made up. So there's no such thing as it. We only create it because we're here, and then we look at what is organized in such a way as time. So, but like you could be like sitting on a toilet right now, enjoying a nice fresh, experience, and that's your time. But if I would have said, "Hey, you're wasting your time," you'd have been like, "No, I'm not," right? And easily I could have said the same thing too. Like, I don't think you're wasting your time. I think that this is what I'm supposed to do. So, you just get things done and you just keep moving and you don't think about it like that. But I think more or less, we probably waste more time doing nothing at that point. So at least I feel that I'm doing something constructive because I could be out doing some negative things right now. I really could. I could be at like a car dealership, like just hassling whoever's working there to only come to find out that I'm not actually going to buy anything. I'm just here to waste, part of your day, giving me all your attention for something that you don't care about. That is consistent with time because we both need to be doing something that is constructive or conducive to our day. And I got a few trees going on here. Cool, cool, cool. I guess that's what we're going to do for sure. Cool, cool, cool. And yeah, I'll extinguish that very shortly. So I got there's a couple trees that are growing, and yeah, actually they look like What kind of trees are these? But anyway, so that is what I thought of today as time. And there is purpose. What? Okay, so that's done. I've done a few of these trees here. And I'm just going to turn this over and we're going to draw on this bottom, the little bottom lip. We're just going to do a small landscape on the bottom, and that's it. And maybe draw like some type of creature. I thought of it too. Like I could be drawing things that could be eating each other, and I thought that would be cool. That would be fascinating to watch two creatures eat each other. What do you think about that? What do you think? Because I actually just put that in your head. I really did. Two massive. Actually, one's massive and the other one's smaller, but the smaller one is eating the larger one. So, what do you think about that? What is that as a positive? I mean, we all got to eat, right? I'm just entertaining the fact that this could be possible. Two, two different, two different creatures. They both don't even look like each other at all, but they're both trying to eat each other. The small one is obviously dominating the larger one because the reach for the larger creature or monster is different. So the small one is just like it's like grabbing on its legs and it's just ripping. Yeah, that's negative. But the positive would be that one of those animals will not go hungry. One of those creatures, one of those monsters will not go hungry today because it's nourished. It decided to eat something that, oh my gosh, that would be life sustaining in this point. And that's what we all are doing. We're on this survival mode, and I thought that was cool. So I thought that would I would throw that in there as well as an example of something that's actually pretty possible. I've watched that happen in different elements, smaller creatures eating larger creatures. So, I mean, what do you think about that? Oh, oh, yeah. I've never seen a bird like that before. That'd be crazy if the bird just landed here, just like landed on my shoulder. That would be the wildest thing. And I would invite that to happen too. Like a small bird and just land on my shoulder. And it would just take a mean shit on my shoulder. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just having fun with wordplay. That's all. I'm just inviting some different types of more like some Rick and Morty, something that you would just not expect to happen, but would be like it would be funny, like a bird just landing on my shoulder. Because it'd be the most randomest thing. One, birds don't land on, they don't perch on people like that. But a bird would just fly over and he would sit there for a few seconds and realize he has to take a shit. He would just shit on my shoulder, and I would not be mad at it. I just wouldn't, because I know plenty of people who've gotten shitted on before by birds. And yeah, it's part of your day, but at the end of the day, they felt good because now they took a shit, and yeah, how positive is that? And you were there to help them make sure they can have a soft landing for their shit. So I just drew images, and I'm just gonna draw some plants. I don't know if I do have space for another creature to go in there though. So, but I'm just gonna draw some small plants, and that's it. That is it. And shoot, we'll be done at this point. We will we will have said we have done something for the day that is stimulating. Yep, I have fulfilled my stimulation for the day, in whatever way that means, of creating. Somebody thought it was funny, so I'm pleased. Absolutely pleased. I think this is a plant. Guess this is a plant? Yeah, I think it's a plant. So I'm just gonna make a few of these little these plants that are, yep, they're growing. It's like cause and effect. So I'm trying to think of like the value of why it is that I'm creating these things. And other than the fact that I have like lucid thoughts, and they take me to different places, and sometimes I don't know where to put them. Sometimes I just keep them in my phone. Like I draw a bunch, and a lot of these things like they peak out and they become a part of my existence here. Kind of like summoning. You know, have you ever watched like Pokemon where they summoned, a creature to do battle with another creature? That's kind of like lucid. My lucid thoughts are, and I'm okay with that because I've realized that I can do that freely, and I always thought it was fun. I didn't know why, but as a kid, I used to do it too. I found myself drawing things that I was like, I've never seen this before, but let's go ahead, let's put this down on paper. And so I did. And people were like, what is that? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why it is, but it is something that I appreciate that my mind was able to get to. So, and here I am, drawing lucid thoughts, the most lucid things that I could think of, like the two animals eating each other. Yeah. Ultimately, the small one is engaged in eating and being full. It's completely just ripping the other one, the new one. And guess what? One of them will survive, and that is what they say, the circle of life. I don't think it's a circle. It's more like a triangle. Because how many deer do you know like eat birds on a regular? That's not a circle. It's more like a triangle. One animal knowing that it could dominate another one, like a hierarchy of instances of things out of the ordinary becoming, you know, just normal. If you actually saw that happening, you'd be like, oh, well, that's a first. I've never seen that happen before, but I guess it's normal. And guess what? To the deer, it would be the most normal thing to do, which is go out there and just start eating all types of birds. And it's interesting. Sorry, if you just moved in on that conversation, I'm just talking about lucid thoughts. And this is my drawings at this point. So, yep, somebody else. So I just drew some free trees in a sense. So I think I'm gonna put something in the middle because I can see that I created a gap in between it. So I'm just gonna draw some type of, I don't know. I'll just I'll just start making dots and we'll see where I go from there. But anyway, so these type of birds that get eaten by deer would be an interesting sight. Like I would love to watch something like that. And the reason why I would watch something like that it's because it's out of the norm. It's like so abnormal for something of that caliber to create a, that's not even negative, would just create such a space as a norm. I watched that movie with Will Smith, like the end of the world. It was just him and the zombies or whatever. And when that lion came out there to eat that deer, I was just imagining, like, what if like there was a pack of hangry deer just out there just eating lions, just like stalking them. And that would just be like some type of normalcy at some point. Yeah. And you wouldn't think anything of it other than the fact that you're engaging in something that is oof, it's pretty standard at this point. Oof, that is oof, oof. Okay. Wow, I just got a huge whiff of something. That's crazy. But yeah, that movie with Will Smith was pretty wild. And but I mean, it would just be like the most normal thing that you can experience because one, they all need to eat, and if you are in the wrong place at the wrong time, then yeah, you're subject to just being a part of something you did not anticipate. But guess what? You're here. You're here for it. And you actually watched it. That's the most disturbing thing, that you actually sat and watched something like that take place. But like, watch the movie. If you ever watch that movie, you ever think about all of the things that had to be done in order to live and survive in that point. And this is my tiny fish. This is my tiny fish. You know what I thought of too? I could probably have this tiny fish eating another fish, and that would be pretty riveting as well. But I don't think I'm gonna find. I don't know. I don't think I have the space to do it, and yeah, not yet. I don't know. Maybe another water bottle I'll do. I'll just have some fish eating other fish or eating dinosaurs, watching other dinosaurs get eaten by smaller fish or something. That would be different. But anyway, I digress. But this is cool. I made a small tiny fish, and yeah, it looks like a fish. I did my best to make it look like a fish. I did I did my best. And I think I have space to do something. Just one more thing. I'll do something along the lines of the bottle. Yeah. Wow, what a day. What a day I had. Yep. What a day. Yeah, I'm enjoying the shit out of my days. I feel bad. You know what? No, I don't even feel bad for other people. Like, I realize that we're all here for a purpose. And so if you don't find that purpose, it's kind of like it sucks because we all have a purpose as soon as we get here to this planet. And some of us never find it. And some of us do like the craziest things to try to find that. And it's counterintuitive because you already got it. You just have to start doing it. And don't let your thoughts overcast because, then there's objectives. Then there's like things that could stand in your way. So, and I'm all for everybody having fun and enjoying that part of it. But man, those who don't find it, and this is a negative. I'm just completely talking negative about it. But like when you tell other people like what you're doing, right? And someone feels like they should say something so you can get that correct path, like don't get mad because somebody's trying to make sure you get to that path. I think it's good that we all are able to communicate with each other so we can get there, whatever that is, whatever you say it is. Because I've seen countless amount of people who strive to do something every single day, just every single day. There's like I'm out here doing this. I'm like, yeah, that's great. That's absolutely great. But are you doing, are you doing this because this is part of your enjoyment? Because if this is not real reality, right? And you can do whatever it is that you say you want to, without the three H's, without hurt, harm, or hindering the process of any other individual. If you can get to that, you know, that's cool. But if you're just drowning yourself in those who come into contact with you, I find it interesting. I really do. Because you already got it. You're finding ways to fuck it up. Yep. For for all of that. But I laughed because I was like, in all these instances, you're most likely to gain that and then step directly over top of it because someone else said that they didn't enjoy what you did. Like they just don't like it. And I was like, well, I didn't come here for you. For real, for real. Like I didn't. Like this is not a show. I didn't come here to get your approval. I came here to do what I said that I'm here to do. And like all of the other odd jobs that people have to like get through the day, to get to their point where they say that, oh, okay, I got this. This is what I'm supposed to be doing from here on out. Because I've met people who do like all types of crazy stuff. This guy told me that he's a mechanic for Taco Bell, and this is just an example. He said, I'm a mechanic, and I just fix all the machines and all of the things and make sure that everything is working. And if it's not, they pretty much call me in, and I do that. And I was like, wow, I never thought of such simplicity of it. And this is a real job, and I'm pretty sure you get paid very well because these are jobs that people don't want to do. They just don't want to spend their time functioning as this type of operator in this world of characters because that's really what we come down to it as. We're all just like a bunch of characters, and you just got to figure out what fits. And if that makes sense, then do that. Do that for as long as you can. And if you enjoy getting up, like saying I'm about to go do this, if you enjoy getting up out of that seat to go do it, then fuck yeah, then you're there. Then go do that. Go do it as long as possible. But when you decide that you got to make those changes and stuff, do it drastically. Don't stay there thinking that the changes will come from other people that help you. Like see that you know that it's not it for real, because they will continue to hinder you because they know that you're not supposed to be here. For real. Like when you go to a building, like when you go to, handle some business or something, you're like, oh, excuse me, sir, like, or ma'am, like, what are you here for? You're like, oh, I'm here to do this. And they're like, and they're just standing there, but they don't have the answer, right? And they're like, well, I don't think you can do that here. You're like, well, I thought I could. And you're like, no, I don't think so. I don't think we do any of that here. Yeah. And they are on purpose because that's what their characters, like non-playing characters, that's what they're here for, to guide you somewhere else. So don't stay there. Go find out whatever it is else that you're supposed to do because there's so many different things. So many things. All right, I got this little tiny fish going on here, and this sun is about to start beating my face. But yeah, it's got like a little tail there. It's gonna whoop around. But just go do something else. And don't spend your entire life trying to get to that whatever that is. Just go do it. Just say I'm gonna do it. Figure out what the definition of what it is that you say you're going to do and go do it right then and there. Stop what you're doing, put down your kids, put down your money, put down your car, put down all the clothes, and just identify with that. And this is some real stuff. This is some real stuff. Because we're all here for something of our purpose. Because I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you. I didn't initiate you coming here, but you do. You know why you're here. And my job at this point is to steer clear of you. Because I don't want to be in your way. I don't want to hinder, your process and whatever it is that you say you got going on. I'll be like, yo, good luck. For real, for real. That's what I'll tell you. I'll just say good luck. Lambo. These some interesting titles, man. Y'all got some good usernames. The other one had DraftKings, and you got Lambo. I like that. What's up, Lambo? I appreciate you. How's your day treating you? How is your day working for you? So, yeah, that's my rant about your objective. Because if you're watching right now, you have an objective. You want to come here and do something. You just don't know what it is yet. Or you might just be like, no, I'm just here to watch. I'm just here to observe. Because there are observers. You just don't see them. They see you, but you don't see them. They're like when you go to the grocery store and people are just like, they're not really shopping. They're just putting shit in their cart. And that is the craziest part. They're here to observe you. They're here to watch you do what you say as your character is doing. They're non playing characters, right? You ever seen that before? You ever watch somebody, they're just driving. You're like, well, where the hell are these people going? Like, yeah, they're non playing characters. They're just here to observe you. Because, I don't know, maybe you're more interesting than you think. Maybe you have, maybe you have something that you don't realize is important. Because we all got to make the world go round in some type of way. That's why things actually happen. And you're like, well, I don't understand why this happens. Because somebody made sure it went just that way. Just like, oof, can I say that? Hmm, I might have to skip that part. I don't want people to realize that. But yeah, you're being observed and you don't realize it. Just like me. I'm being observed by somebody. I don't know what their intentions are, but I know I already have purpose. So I'm going to continue my purpose until it's done. And then I am going to look back at it in some time and be like, damn, I'm really glad I did that. That meant something. Because there's a lot of things I've done that you don't even realize. You don't realize I've done in the world. I've created, I've changed, I've made you think it was one way, and it probably is another way now. Yep. And I finished the fish. Ooh, that is one finished fish. So we have, what did I say, 40 minutes? Oh, let's go. 40 minutes of me talking. So yeah, that's pretty much finished. I'm gonna go ahead. Actually, you know what? I think I might finish the bottom. I think I'll do that. What's this? That come from? I don't know what that is. What is that? It could be bird shit too. But yeah, I think I'm gonna finish the bottom and just yeah. I'm just gonna finish the bottom like this. Yeah. I just wanted to finish as much of the container to get as much. detail here, and then we're finished. We're finished with this conversation. I could just leave. I could just be like, you know what, I'm done. I don't have to do any more of anything. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Just go about the rest of my day as as you will. So hold that purpose high and don't let other people swat it down either, because you have whatever gift you brought here, and you should focus on it 137% of the day. Just focus on that. Do stuff for your mental, do stuff for progress, do things that would be involved in something, because you're perfect just the way you are. Yep. So I'm just gonna hopefully not get ink all over all over my hands, because ink is bad in your skin, in your blood. It'll make you sick. It'll contaminate you. So I'm just gonna add these little dots, these tags, and yeah, I'm done. And you know what's even crazier too is that I told myself that no matter in my entire life, no matter what I do, if I don't enjoy it, it's not worth doing. 137% is not worth doing. Don't get up, don't brush your teeth, don't get up, put clothes on, don't get up and do things for other people, because they honestly they don't care. And that's some real facts. They don't care. Like if it doesn't make them say, "Wow, oh my gosh, I love this." You're not an entertainment system. You're not a PlayStation. You're a person. And don't let anybody else tell you anything else different, because you are what you say you are. I saw, what was it, last year? No, what is this year? It was this year. I think it was this year. No, 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 no. It was last year. The guy who turned himself into a dog, he was like it wasn't a German Shepherd. He was a collie, a collie. I think that's what they call him. And he turned himself into that. He said he spent a bunch of money, like $13,000, some random number, to be something that he said that he wanted to be. And that's character development. You sometimes you gotta pay that money to be that thing, and that's what he did. He really turned himself into a whole ass dog with somebody walking him around. And I thought that was the most amazing experience ever, to be something that you truly want to feel like. That's what you should do, because tomorrow is going to be something that you said you wanted to do for yourself. And that is how it works. That is truly how it works. Somebody else told me that they wanted to be a basketball player too. And some people would be like, no, that's too far fetched. That doesn't make any sense. You can't do that. Why would you ever want to bounce a ball all over the place and shoot into some crazy net and stuff like that? But look at it now. It's like people come to watch somebody dribble a ball, pass it to other people, hold it for a few seconds, pass it to another person. That is the craziest, the most retardedest thing I've ever heard in my entire existence. But guess what? Somebody said we can make money off other people watching us do it. So why don't we just do that? Why don't we just throw a ball around? Wowza football. All these people. What's happening? My it's either my phone's gonna die or my internet connection is like dog doo doo right now. But you can take a look at my forehead real quick. And I'm actually finished at this point because this is the second time this has happened. So I'm just gonna put Perky's Pocket up here, and then we're gonna get this. We're gonna get up out of here. So I can go do something else that I encourage myself to be a part of because that's how I want my day to go for sure. Yep. Oof. That was tough. So it says Perky's Pocket up here. I don't know if the camera's not catching it. It's so laggy right now. And I swear it's because my phone's trying to die. Yeah. Yeah. And today's date is April. It's April sometime. April APR, April 25th. It's 2027. Got it. So, yeah, I'm about to figure out what's going on with my camera. That's weird. So, that is the finish. So, I think I did pretty good on this one. This one's going to come out really well once I throw some sand in here. This will be like amazing. It's going to be amazing. Yep. It's gonna come out look just like this too. Yeah, I have no idea why my phone is tripping. It's like it actually wants me to be somewhere else, so but yeah, I drew this on this one and I filled it with sand. So and I'm gonna do the same thing for this one that I just put some stuff on. Some tads. Some tips and tads. But this is cool. This one's gonna look really good once I put some sand in it. And yeah. So I will go ahead and finish living the rest of my life how it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I apologize for the video play. I don't know what this is about, but hopefully tomorrow I fix it because that's when I'm going to. It's going to be up here live again. Yep, that's when I'll be here. That's what I'm focusing on. So I'll see you. I'll see you in the next one for sure. See ya.